sinking of the Bismarck was due to the cooperation of the RAF with the Navy. It was a Catalina aircraft, for instance, that did much of the shadowing. When word was passed later to the Western Mediterranean Squadron, British sea power had already gathered its strength to destroy the pride of the Nazi Navy. Admiral Somerville and his staff, working out the position, decided that an attack should be made by the Fleet Air Arm, and from Ark Royal, pitching heavily, Swordfish torpedo bombers took off. We know the success achieved by them in slowing up the Bismarck, and we also know the punishment handed out by Admiral Tovey. In this, perhaps the most dramatic naval film ever taken, you will see salvos from the Bismarck failing to hit one of our battleships. This was during the chase right across the Atlantic, while the Nazi ship was running from the guns of our squadrons. When these pictures were taken during the action, the Bismarck was nearing her end. And here in port afterwards are some of Dorsetshire's men. She's the cruiser that finally sank the Hun by torpedo. Norfolk played a big part right from the time the Bismarck sailed on her first and last excursion. Victorious, our new aircraft carrier, responsible for the first torpedo hit on the enemy. And Rodney, which did some pretty work with her 16-inch guns. After the victory, the First Lord came aboard to congratulate the Royal Navy on their triumph. You can imagine the feelings of the ship's company at this moment.
The destruction of the Bismarck, that great and powerful ship, had to be accomplished to be true to the traditions of the British Royal Navy, because in the Navy, I know officers and men know how to avenge the loss of those who are comrades and many of whom have been shipmates.
Now listen to some of those who took part in the battle. First, Rodney's captain.
It wasn't long before the Bismarck opened fire and did the Rodney the honor of selecting her as her first target. We are proud and pleased to have been able to do as we did, and I can assure him we have no other thought but to do our duty to the utmost as long as this war shall continue.
Well, it was just nice up there, sitting down here watching things go. She was a fine-looking ship, but you just couldn't take it.
I can't tell you what relish it was, with what relish we watched the destruction of this ship. We simply loved every moment of it.